What's going on, YouTube? It's Q back here again with another video for you. In today's video, I'm here with the 2024 Genesis G90. And this, my friend, is a baller's vehicle. Let's take a walk around it really quick. This is a very large executive vehicle. It's going to go up against the competitors like the Mercedes S-Class or the BMW 7 Series, the Lexus LS. Full-size luxury sedans. All the feature, all the bells and whistles. This gives everything that the brand has to offer. And this is Genesis's take on it. So this right here is a special ride. This one's going to be the E-Supercharged one. So we got a little bit more horsepower than the standard version. So this right here, we got the 21-inch wheels on there, look like a giant snowflake. And then we got the signature, we got the big Genesis mesh grille with the dual slits for the headlights. That's their design language, and it looks good on this vehicle. I've been really enjoying driving this car because, man, oh man, the things that this car does, a lot of other cars do not do, and we're about to get into that in this video. But before we do, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, browse the channel. Let's jump into it. So if you want a G90, which a ton of people do, this car has been getting a ton of attention. I haven't gotten any attention like this in any other press car. This is the one to get. So if you want one, it's going to set you back $100,150. And like I said, this is the more powerful engine. It's going to have the copper brake calipers down here. That's how you're going to notice it got the E-Supercharger. You can see the copper, the basic engine has silver brake calipers down there. Let's pop the hood and take a look up under the engine bay. As you approach the car, you see the door handle pop out, the mirrors unfold, soft touch opening, the door does its thing, opens for you. And if you want to close the door, you simply press this little button right there, closes for you. All the doors do this. This is going to be a recurring theme. What you can do for the driver, you can do for all the passengers. We'll get to that in just a moment here. Got the Genesis badge, looking a little Bentley-esque, and this could be a competitor to the Bentley for a much steeper price. See a lot of nothingness, a lot of plastic, it's hidden. So this is going to be a 3.5 liter twin turbocharged with the electronic supercharger, cranking out 409 horsepower, 405 pound-feet of torque. And that's going to be powered to all four of the wheels. This is all-wheel drive, and it is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Did I mention it was a V6 right here up under the hood? Turbo, GDI, and electric supercharger. That's a mouthful. Oh my goodness. Look at what we got under here. But let's close this because this car is the car for the bosses. If you notice, we're going to have so many safety features. We got parking sensors that we see in here, 360-degree camera smack dab in the middle. We're going to have our radar cruise control, adaptive cruise controls. We can change lanes. This car has every single feature that a car could have, and I kid you not. But let's jump into the back, because we like to start in the back, work our way up to the front. Amazing design language. To pop the trunk, you use the key fob. Looking down below, got the twin exhaust down there. It's kind of integrated into the bumper. This little button right beneath the rear camera, just press on that, and the trunk is gonna go up if you actually press it all the way in. Oops. And we're gonna have a huge trunk, as you would expect on this large car. So this trunk is rather shallow. It only goes down about 2-3 inches, but it goes all the way back. Got a cargo net in here. What do we have underneath? Just a tire inflation kit. But that's all we got back here. Not much to write home about. And we got the power trunk. You know it's gonna close by itself. Coming on to the rear of the car, and let me crank this thing up. Let me get some accessory mode going on in here. Or let me just start it up because we're about to, oh crap. When you press the brake, the door is going to close, and then slam my foot in the door. It didn't hurt, it stopped. So thankfully, because this door comes through with the force, but I didn't even feel that at all. So let me start the car up because that was about to be a travesty. I've been chauffeuring my kids around all week. They really enjoy this car, as do I, man. We got the ambient lighting in here. You can see I got it set to pink. That's what my daughter recommended. panoramic sunroof for the back and the front. It's split. The back seat, man, we got pillow top headrest back here. So this car is all about the luxury. You see we got the quilted stitching in here, and the interior color is called Dune. The exterior is Capri Blue. The key fob matches it as well. So basically a peanut butter inside. Ambient lighting everywhere. We got so many premium touches in here. We got the metal for the air vent right here, the wood on the back of the seat, and I have not been in this back seat yet, but let's enjoy it. You see on the side of the armrest, which also folds up. You can get a third seat in there, but this is going to be our commander controller back here. So it does many things from the back that you can do in the front. Hey, oh, got ample storage back here. Can adjust our headrest, that pillow top. Do you see what I'm saying back here? You can recline these seats. So that's what these are for. You can slide them up, slide them back. All in the back seat, we got ample room. But let's hop on in here. And I don't even have to put the tripod down because I will not hit my head getting in. It's a full-size car, fit right on in. We got about 3 feet of leg room back here. Just kidding, but we do have, oh my God, we got a whole foot plus of leg room. I'm 5'11" and a half, being honest. If we want to close the door, we can do it the poverty way by reaching our arm out there, but we're better than that. What are we going to do? We got this button on the control right here. Simply press that. The door is going to close for us. Thank you, Genesis. You're so kind and generous. We got our privacy shades. Nobody's going to see what we're doing back here if we choose to do so. But if you soft touch on the window button right there, we can let that, oh my God, it's 2 of them. I just let down the opposite side so we can control it on both sides. If I want to undo my privacy shades, it's all motorized. And then we can let the window down by fully pressing on it. But nah, I'm not ready for that duck sun right now. So let me roll that up, put my privacy shade back up, just do a little soft touch on the button. It motorizes, close for me. Close sesame, fantastic. And this back seat is probably more impressive than the front seat. I cannot lie. We're also going to have massaging seats back here. Massaging seats on the door. Pressing it is going to give you a full, oh my God. I might just stay the night in this parking lot, guys. This soft pillow up top, full back massage. This is the life. This is why my kids were just loving to come in here. I was wondering why they wanted to be in here every day, but you know exactly why. It's going to feel like you're being chauffeured. The whole family just loved this car more than any other car that I had on the channel. Yes, my daughter made me choose the pink ambient lighting because it's customizable to just about any color you can do. You can do a custom color. Also in the back, you're going to see a bunch of speakers everywhere. I'm just going to say that the speaker sounds good to great, not amazing for it to be B&O. But back here, push this, say cheese. We got our mirror. Hey, what's going on, Q? So this is going to be another controller, just like in the front. You can control the air, the climate control back here, the volume of the radio, all the way up there, like 20 feet up there. It's like walking down the aisle of an airplane. What else do we got back here? Back seat pockets. Is that? I thought that was a dinner tray. I was about to say, oh my goodness. But this car has such high quality. Do have a couple vents back here. What's in here? We got a charger, USB-C, 12-volt outlet. And speaking of the privacy shades, you can also close those through this infotainment screen in the back seat. You can do open, bam, it's going to open it, or close it. So we got redundancy back here. We can also close and open the panoramic sunroof up top just by doing one of these little things. Slide it up to close, it's going to close. Oh my goodness. We got dual climate in the back seat back here. I got mine on the cool seat on the pass or the driver's side in the rear. You can also change the zones where it does the massage, the duration of it. Do 5-minute increments starting with 10. The shades, and also control the lights back here. You can control the music. The seats up front, moving those out the way. So many different customizations. And this is going to be just like the front. We can go to our media, which we don't have plugged in because I got my phone in my pocket. But let's go on up to the front because this does so much back here. To exit the rear seats, we're just going to press this button. It's going to pop open, and I'm going to help it the rest of the way. Let's move on to the front. Feel like a king getting out that back seat. But on to the front where more magic is going to happen. So coming up into the front seat, as I demonstrated earlier, you press on the brake, you can close it. You can close the door by pressing the button over here. Or in the center console, you can do that again. First thing I'm going to do, turn on this massaging seat because that is the greatest feature of any car. And I'm going to turn on my cool seats, which is done right here. Heated and cool seats, heated steering wheels, like dual mode for this heated steering wheel. This car does everything. Everything, everything, everything. Just look at the craftsmanship. We got the leather stitch. This is soft up here. We got the wood grain with the Genesis grill in here. The metal grating for the speaker. The craftsmanship, man. This dune colored, my goodness, man. This car, Genesis always impresses me, man. Then we got our vents. Hold this for the trunk right there. The dash, we got the B&O tweeters that pop out when the music comes on. Where are we in the Audi? Now, I do think that these don't sound as amazing as they have in other cars, but it sounds good to great, good to great. But just look at this car. The design of the interior is just so amazing, man. The contrast of the colors. It is a lot of peanut butter everywhere. I do like to see more contrast in that because it does look a little extra. And we got my cork colored bag, which doesn't make it any better. But man, this car is stellar in design. The quality of it feels amazing. Out of all the features that it does not have wireless CarPlay. I got to bring one of these doohickeys along to get CarPlay going on, which kind of sucks because it does have a wireless charger right down here. Why would I use a wireless charger if I can't have my phone hooked up to CarPlay? Because I'm not using Bluetooth. I think everybody should use Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Those a fantastic invention. Just to project your phone screen onto the car's infotainment system. That's the way. That's how you got to do it, man. That's the way it goes. So this knob here is going to be how you control your infotainment screen. And if you want to see me go more in depth, go check out the electrified GV70 video that I did. But one thing that I do wish, other than these two buttons weren't right next to each other, that it had like quick buttons. It does have a favorite button in multiple locations, like here on the HVAC controls and on the steering wheel. But I do wish it just had buttons here where you can just toggle and go straight to navigation or straight to audio. You kind of got to fumble around in the media. And in the middle, we do have this split down the middle storage space, center console. It's not that deep, a little bit shallow. Got a couple USB-Cs up in here. This still is soft. All this material is soft. Some of this material looks soft, but it's just the same color. But yeah, like this isn't leather wrapped. It's just brown. The thing I was expecting to see was a digital mirror, but it's just a regular mirror up here. With a car this large and you feeling in charge, you're going to need to use this camera button from time to time. I find out that it does come in handy because of all the different screens that you do have. You can have a forward camera, rear camera, and when I was just in the grocery store parking lot, I had to turn this thing around because I'm like, I want to see who's walking behind me because I was doing stuff on my phone. So I turned the car around in this video so I could check behind me just to make sure nobody was walking around. Gotta watch it back, man. Coming from where I'm from. I'm not Anthony Hamilton though. We also do have this big IPC instrument panel cluster. Can customize a few screens up in here from like your navigation to adaptive cruise control and safety settings. Get a couple different customizations in the middle, like how far you've gone. So 207 miles I've driven this car so far. I got 123 more miles left on here, and that's with a ton of idling. We even get weather display on here. And you can change the right side by holding this button here, which is also doubles as the skip track, but you have to swipe it to the left or swipe it to the right for you. Hold this button here. We can customize what we got on the right side of the cluster here and get multiple different screens. What song is playing, what the torque going to which wheels, current trip. We can go up and down on that. You see the little radio dials on the side, so you can tell certain things. You can do the weather for the next few hours, the next few days, the extended forecast. And also look at the design on the steering wheel. My goodness, man. Who gave the keys to the designers at Genesis? Because they just do their thing. My goodness, this car is so well designed. Let's spin the block in the 2024 Genesis G90. You can see when I walk up, the door handle pops out. I pull it, and the door somewhat opens for me. I don't want to do it right now. You can also close the door by pressing that button. All four of the doors do that. That's slick. Front and rear. When you lock the car, pressing this button right here, everything goes back in. That is sleek. But yeah, okay, now let's get in the G90. I got it set for my seat slides back, because this thing feels like a chauffeur car. And it's slick. I can either press this button to close this door or press the brake. Door closes. Push button start. I didn't press it yet, but it's gonna slide me into my driving position and we ready to go. Buckle up for safety. Just like in the GV70, we got two rotary dials here. One that controls your screen and the other one is your gear selector. So this one is easier to get right. The other one, they were like stacked on top of each other. It's like, which one do I do? But this one, flick it to the left, goes in reverse. Look at the sunshade in the rear so you can get better visibility. That's going to go away once you put it in reverse. So let's get out this parking spot. Rotate it again. It's going to go to drive. And let's be off. See our rear shade going back up. Take it down our crater field road here, which is normally terrible, but y'all hear this. Or not hear it. Sound deadening on here is top notch. You don't hear nothing in here. It's like a dead silence. Let's test out this turning radius first before we get to the Moon Crater Road. Don't expect it to make this turn, but we made the turn. That's excellent turning radius. This car is huge. Didn't expect it to make that. But let us go on these less than perfect roads. Suspension is like a cloud, riding on the cloud, so supple. Even that oversized pothole that I did not mean to hit, still a comfortable ride. So quiet. Let me roll the window down. All that noise is blocking out. This is with the sunshades open. You roll the window back up, completely blocks out the outside. And what I like about this the most, I love having my sunroof open, but it's almost high noon right now. Normally, you wouldn't be able to have your sunroof open, and you can always close this. But in this car, it's like polarized. The glass is polarized, so I don't have to close it. Nice touches up here, very soft. But the sun isn't burning my skull because it's going to be almost 90 degrees today. So that's greatly appreciated. Seat is going to be extremely comfortable. You put it in different modes. It actually bolsters up even more. And where are my manners? Massage seat me, please. Ventilated seat me, please. Massage on these seats are amazing. I'm not going to drive this car without having that on. And it's for all the seats too. Amazing. Everybody loves it. A lot of people love this car too. So it's got way more attention than I thought it would get. I've had more people ask me about this car than probably any other press car that I have had. The design looks striking. And just the interior, that's where it really blows people's socks off. Wish I had it a little bit longer so I can introduce a few more people to it, but that ain't how the cars feel. So let me turn this air down a tad bit more because I don't want y'all to hear nothing. You can hear a pin drop in here. Y'all know when I get my very white voice on, you know it's quiet. But I'm gonna put this in sport mode so we can see how it does sporting in a car that's not really meant to be sporty. Jumped off the line in this all-wheel drive. How it's gonna handle a corner. Dang, body roll for days. And this car ain't meant for the curves, but dang. Steering feel is not impressive at all to me. But the seat bolstering is amazing. Like that. The transmission, like once you floor it, it's kind of lazy. This powertrain is a little bit lackluster to me. Once we put our turn indicator on, it shows us our blind spot, how far we are from the curb, or who could be in the lane that we could be potentially merging over into. We're driving this in sport mode. I just rather not. I just like the way that the seats hold you in when you go into a curve. You get the extra bolstering on whatever side that you would lean into, so that is great. But the powertrain is just not punchy. The transmission just takes too low to do what it's gonna do. Say if I just stump on it right now. That's what old cars, that reminds me of my 06 Impala, like how long it took to like, all right, what gear do I go in? Need to rev up, all right, go. Just a little bit too much going on before it actually just moves. This car should be bam, bam. So I'm gonna move this back to comfort mode because I think that's the best mode. And this is the most fitting because that's what kind of car this is. This is a cruiser. Definitely gotta love this 2-spoke steering wheel as well. Something you don't see too often. But let's enter the expressway, where you may or may not be chauffeured, depending on what you're trying to do. If you bought a Bentley, you bought you a chauffeur for a year with that extra money that you save, possibly even more. But even going at speed, this car feels like you're going much slower. I feel like I'm going like 40, but I'm going 60. And the same is going to be true for higher speeds. Like this car gets up to speed. I'm already at speed. And it doesn't even feel like it. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. As you can tell, as my voice gets relaxed. Such a quiet car. It'd get even more quiet if I chose to close the sunroof. That's more insulation. The car is screaming at me because I'm getting too close to people. Alright, my bad. But yeah, this is the big luxury cruiser. More like a road tripping, your granddaddy's car. It's meant to, for the long haul. Super comfortable. Oh my goodness, I'm going faster than what I thought I would be going. And the head-up display, it's got full color. You can see the album art on there. It's just such an easy to drive car. It's just everything, all the information is everywhere. Once you get used to it, it took me a second to get used to where all the controls were. Let me test out this cruise control. And even on the head-up display, it shows you got something in your blind spot. It's showing me red warnings on my right side. Cruise control on. Alright, it's keeping me in there. I set my speed. So it's keeping me in the lines right now. Let's see how this does. It's keeping my speed too. Alright. I don't know how much I trust that. We gonna see. It's doing this stuff, is it? Like I'm a little bit to the right side though. See if it'll yell at me to put my hand on the wheel. Maybe it won't. Just doing this thing. Let me see how fast I can make it go, if it'll change lanes for me or not. Alright, this is quite impressive. Uh-oh, roadkill. Watch out for that. Let's see if it'll make that lane change. It made a lane change for me. Uh-oh, what the heck you doing? Alright, let's turn that off. I be trying to sell y'all on these autonomous driving features, but sometimes that ain't just how life was meant to be. Keep your hands on the wheel. So as the car is slowing down, the seat just relieved the bolstering. So now I can just lay back. It's not as tight. This massage feels wonderful. Sorry, not sorry. I love it every single time. Good thing we're going slow. This car got all the body roll. It is so quiet, man. He did a great job. The MPGs on here is what you would expect for a car this size. Been getting like between 16 to 18 miles per gallon on average, according to the car's trip meter. But as far as like the dampening here, it is extremely well. Like you don't feel any of the, like all of these bumps. Like you might hear some of the more extreme bumps and imperfections in the road, but it's like subtle to the tone that you do hear. But as far as like bouncing over it, I feel like I'm just riding over everything. Like you might hear it, but you're not going to feel all of that. So that's amazing to me. It gets up to speed even in comfort mode. It just doesn't feel like it. And you got to give yourself a little time. I tried to dart out in traffic a couple times. I'm like, where's the power? Where's the power? Where's the power? It just took a second to come in there. All right, so let's do this again. So I'm gonna try and make it do a couple lane changes. Change that lane. All right, now slamming on brakes. All right, there we go. Change the lane for me. All right, there we go. That's what it was supposed to do. But it's keeping this distance. We got to set the 80. We're doing 70. Let us put our following distance super close. As all of these cars are super conservative when it comes to that. So pull it to their bumper. Yeah, you might want to keep your hands on the wheel at all times or something. I feel like it was getting a little bit too far over to the side. All right, we're gonna test it out one more time as we get back over. If you got less traffic, this will be better, but you better be on your P's, Q's, and carrots doing this in traffic. So let me flick that signal, make it get over for me one time, make it get over for me 2 times, and it's not gonna turn that blinker off until it completes its lane change. That's pretty solid. I kind of want to see if it'll do it with the car in my blind spot. I don't think we'll have that opportunity. The adaptive cruise is working great. It's keeping me at a safe distance, even at the most or the least conservative setting. But yeah, if I had a car like this is how I would drive it. I'll let the car do the driving, or just for the comfort. Like on a long road trip, I would let it do it. But everyday traffic, not autonomy, nah. These massaging seats will stay on in 20-minute increments. After that, it'll shut off. You can go ahead and turn it right back on. But I'm gonna always keep that thing on. As soon as I feel like, hey, who clocked out? I need that right back on for me, please. But this car is so easy to drive fast. It doesn't feel like it's so soft and smooth. Like 50 miles an hour feels like 25, and that's no exaggeration. So this is the speed limit, and it just does not feel right. But who is this car for? If you were driving the car from the back seat, this would be a perfect candidate for you. For a cool 6 figures, yeah, I would do that. Or if you just like comfort with every modern feature, the safety features are there, don't lean on that. Don't rely on that to save your life. But if you want it to assist you, which it is an assistive system, so let it do that. Comfort ride, you don't care about handling like that. You just want the supple ride of a big car that you can fit everybody in comfortably. Everybody gets like the same features in here. So ventilated seats in the back as well. Like people are going to love that. Privacy shades. This is one of those executive cars, the big boy stuff, like a 7 Series. So that'll be the one for you. If you don't want to pay for a Bentley, I don't know about Rolls Royce, or like an S-Class or a 7 Series BMW. I haven't driven one of those, but I gotta say this has got to be close to as good as one of those, if not better, especially for the price. But that's what I got for you with the Genesis G90. Huge shout out to Genesis for loaning me this for the week. It's been a pleasure. Every time I drive one of their cars, I'm just impressed. I'm like, wow, this is what y'all building nowadays? Like, that's kind of amazing. You blowing my socks off. They ain't even got no socks on. Like, what's going on? Genesis, they be doing it, man. So, very impressive car. Like, I hope to see more of these products in the future. They just been knocking everything out the park. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, browse the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out and drive safe.
The handles, they came out some kind of way. I got lights in the inside the right. No, right, you got purple lights.
Oh, there you can close the door like.
Wait, Tammy,
oops, that's my bad.
Oh, it's doing that on its own?
Yeah, close the door by itself.
Let it close it. Oh, it closed by itself.
Right here.
Go right left.
That's the button. Yeah.
Oh, now you done started something now. This is nice. How much this run?
100,000.
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy it this weekend. This is nice.
Cool seats. You got massaging seats. Y'all got massaging seats in the back too.
Oh, that feels so good.
Press this button right here. You got the massagers on.
Oh, this is nice. No, I'm gonna have to take pictures of this so I can send it to you because you won't be in this tomorrow. Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis G90.
G90. She said, I heard about that.
Oh, yeah.
No, Ray, the doors open by themselves, closed by themselves. No, Ray, they got a seat. My back getting massaged in the chair right there.